As we start to delve into the category of connective tissues, it helps to have a framework by which to organize the various types of connective tissues. There will be connective tissue proper, and the two major categories in connective tissue proper will be loose connective tissue or dense connective tissue. We also have fluid connective tissues as well as supporting connective tissues. And this chart here helps clarify that. When we talk about connective tissue proper, again, there are the ones that fall into the loose category, and there will be three that fall into the dense category. The difference between those is that the dense connective tissues tend to have much heavier fibers, and they are often more or better organized. But not always, because irregular dense connective tissue is irregular. The supporting connective tissues will be cartilage and bone, and the fluid connective tissue that you need to know for this histology section will be blood. So we're going to jump into the loose connective tissues with loose areolar connective tissue, and I always call it loose areolar connective tissue. Loose fibrous connective tissue works. For one reason or another, loose areolar connective tissue stuck with me. It has a gel-like matrix, which is going to be filled with various types of cells and fibers, including collagen and elastic fibers. You will find it beneath epithelial tissue and also around organs, because it sort of acts like a wrapping and a cushioning for organs. And it is also a place or space holder. You don't want your organs to be slopping around, moving around when they're in your body. So this actually is this provides a space or place holder. It is extremely easy to move nutrients and gases through it. And this is one of the ones that you pray you find on an assessment, because to me, it looks like those dust bunnies that you find underneath your bed, or at least I find underneath our bed, no matter how often I vacuum, because we have big furry dogs. Except pretty, because it's stained. So this is loose areolar connective tissue. Adipose also falls into the loose connective tissue category. When you talk about adipocytes, I believe we've seen those before, they are basically cells where the fat droplet has pushed all the cytoplasm and the nuclei off to the periphery of the cell. You will find it under your skin, around your breasts, around your organs, especially the eye and the kidneys, which need a lot of protection. Adipose functions as energy storage, it functions as protection and cushioning, it functions as insulation. And that's what it looks like. So oftentimes when you're looking at this on micrograph, it just looks like these thin, slightly stained lines and not a lot of anything. And that is because, again, those fat droplets push everything else in the cell, the cytoplasm and the nuclei, off to the periphery. Reticular connective tissue is going to have a loose ground substance which will hold a network of reticular fibers, as well as the cells associated with reticular connective tissue, which are conveniently known as reticulocytes. Where do you find this? Basement membranes, in lymph nodes, in the thymus, in the spleen. All of those are associated with the immune system. You got it. And this type of connective tissue tends to support. This is what it looks like. And also like so.